Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Bommer. This is a pivot pin by Bommer. This is in particular the part number F7211-4-626. So the F7211-4 means this pivot pin, and this threads into the top arm assembly of the top assembly from the 7312, the jam bracket. When you buy the 7312, you get the top jam bracket. That's going to have a pivot pin installed. It's going to come with the 7890 top door socket, they call it, and then some screws to hold all that together. This pivot pin is available separately, and this client in particular has ordered this material because in his application there is such an extreme amount of volume happening on the doors that they are literally wearing out the bushing inside of the 7890, and that part number, a 7890 is the figure 8 or infinity symbol top socket. Inside of there is a bushing. Inside of that is where the pivot pin goes. The bushing is an F7800-7. The top socket is a 7890. This, being the F7211-4, all work together. This client has so much volume over the doors that they're replacing all of those parts, especially the bushing. The volume is so high itself that even the pivot pin gets worn. So they order these for that exact purpose. Let's take some basic dimensional properties over this item. Overall length, 0.949 overall length. Diameter of the threads, the threaded portion, about 549. Diameter of the pivot spindle only, 0.429. This item alone. The smooth portion only dimension, 0.598, just the smooth portion. You can order this in all of the different finishes that this would be available in. Your brasses, your bronze, your chrome, satin, polished, oil rubbed, that sort of stuff. Let's switch quickly to the screen view where we can take a closer look at some supporting documentation. Okay, on this item that we are working on, we have their cut sheet for the 7312 that we can take a look at here. That pivot pin is alluded to right here. Okay, runs right in here. If this line drawing was a little more accurate, you would see a threaded insert here. I have some images of the item that we can take a look at as well. Okay, that really shows what the pivot pin looks like. So the bottom line is, if you're ordering this, you're probably doing so because, well, it may have been removed and lost. That's possible because the pivot pin has to come out of the housing in order for you to get the door put into position. Once this all gets secure, once this jam bracket for the pivot assembly gets attached to the jam, you need to bring all of this onto the jam bracket. The upper bracket has to get attached. The socket gets attached to the top of the door. You tip it all into place and hold it, vertically plumb, and then you drop your pivot pin down through the top. That's how you'll do your installation. Okay. Now the 7312 is a double-acting spring pivot. It is a very common piece of equipment that you will see in many applications, but interestingly enough, in courtroom applications, you will see this all the time. The 7312 means it's made of brass. All of this is made of brass. If you want a less expensive option, the 7112 is, for all intents and purposes, the same item, except it's made out of steel. So the difference there will be certainly the cost, but what goes along with the difference in cost would be the difference in finish, meaning a polished bronze over the bronze base material versus plating steel is two different finishes. Oil rub bronze would be a better example. Polished brass is very different when you're dealing with a brass-based material versus a steel-based material. So that's why you may elect to go with the 7312 in lieu of. Okay, so as we move to finish up this video, there is below this link below this video, there's a link to the manufacturer's page. When you click on it, you'll be brought here where you can view not only all of the Bommer products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the product catalog. Very handy document there when it comes to all things spring hinge related. Bommer was in the business of making postal specialties or mailboxes for many decades, and they've just recently discontinued the entire line because they found that they were not able to produce the very high quality product that they did and command the price necessary to be, of course, profitable in doing so. Bommer, being a for-profit organization, as we all are, decided to discontinue that rather than pervert the quality of the product. You'll find that ethos run through their entire product line in terms of quality, not only of product, but in personnel, engineering, customer service, ownership, technical support, shipping department, everything across the board, exceptional. Let's wrap up this video on camera. In conclusion, typical quality item. It's nice that we're able to purchase this separately from Bommer so that you can continue to get useful service out of the significant investment in the double-acting spring pivot, the 7312. Any questions on their part number? And I forget what it is, but it's an F7211-4 in a 626 finish, or any finish that they make this in, or any other Bommer product for that matter. Please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.